Are you tired of feeling stuck in your personal and professional life? In this video, we'll be covering 10 groundbreaking ideas that will help you become a better person. From learning how to set and achieve goals, to developing healthier relationships, to cultivating inner peace and self-awareness, we'll be diving deep into the strategies and techniques that will help you unlock your full potential. Whether you're looking to improve your personal or professional life, this video has something for you. Transforming yourself into a better version of you is not just a desire, but a necessity. But beware, the road to self-improvement is not without its obstacles. I'll also unveil the hidden pitfalls that could potentially sabotage your progress and reveal the tactics to avoid them. From the common mistakes to the little-known secrets, this video holds the key to unlocking your true potential. Don't miss a single moment of this eye-opening journey as we explore the true meaning of personal growth. So let's get started on the path to becoming the best version of ourselves, together. The first step to becoming a better person is setting personal goals and creating a plan to achieve them. Imagine a sailboat on the open sea, navigating through the waves towards a distant horizon. The sailors set their course, hoist the sails, and make adjustments to stay on track. But what happens when there is no destination in mind? The boat is at the mercy of the winds and currents, drifting aimlessly. In the same way, without a clear destination in mind, we too can find ourselves drifting through life, lacking direction and purpose. That's why setting personal goals is crucial for achieving success and happiness. But it's not enough to simply have a goal. We need a plan to achieve it. So, let's start by setting our sails. What do you want to achieve? Is it a career advancement, a personal project, a healthier lifestyle, or a financial goal? Once you have a clear destination in mind, it's time to create a plan. Break your goal down into smaller steps. Set deadlines and hold yourself accountable. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Just like a sailor navigates the open sea, we must navigate our own journey through life, and setting personal goals and creating a plan to achieve them is the compass that will guide us towards our destination. The second step to becoming a better person is building self-awareness and understanding personal values. Imagine you're walking in a dense forest, surrounded by tall trees and thick underbrush. Without a map or compass, you're lost and unsure of which direction to go. Suddenly, you come across a clearing and realize that you've been walking in circles the whole time. In the same way, without self-awareness, we can find ourselves lost in the daily hustle and bustle of life, going through the motions without a clear understanding of who we are and what truly matters to us. Building self-awareness is like finding that clearing in the forest. It allows us to step back, take a look at ourselves, and understand our personal values, beliefs, and motivations. By understanding our personal values, we can make decisions and set goals that align with them. This can lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in our lives. So, take a step back and take a look at yourself. What do you value? What do you believe in? What motivates you? And more importantly, how does this align with your actions, decisions, and goals? Reflecting on these questions can bring to light the things that are truly important to you and help you live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Like finding a clearing in a dense forest, building self-awareness and understanding personal values can help you navigate through the complexities of life and find your way to a happier and more authentic you. The third step to becoming a better person is developing empathy while understanding the perspectives of others. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's the foundation of human connection and the key to building strong relationships. But developing empathy doesn't come naturally to everyone. It's a skill that must be nurtured and practiced. Imagine yourself walking in someone else's shoes. As you take each step, you feel the weight of their experiences, their struggles, and their joys. You see the world through their eyes, and you gain a deeper understanding of their perspective. This is the power of empathy. But empathy doesn't just happen. It takes effort and a willingness to put ourselves in others' shoes. We must actively seek to understand the perspectives of those around us. We must listen with open hearts and minds and be willing to let go of our own biases and prejudices. One way to develop empathy is to practice active listening. This means truly paying attention to what the other person is saying, rather than just waiting for our turn to speak. It also means taking the time to ask questions and show genuine interest in their thoughts and feelings. Another way to develop empathy is to expose ourselves to diverse perspectives. This can be done by reading books and articles written by people from different backgrounds, or by engaging in conversations with people who have different life experiences than our own. Empathy is not only a key to building strong relationships, but it's also essential for creating a more compassionate and understanding society. When we understand the perspectives of others, we can work together to find common ground and build bridges of understanding. In the end, empathy is not just a feeling, it's a choice. A choice to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and to walk a mile in their path. As we do this, we not only understand them better, but we also understand ourselves better and become more compassionate human beings. The fourth step to becoming a better person is improving communication and conflict resolution skills. Effective communication and conflict resolution are essential skills for success in any area of life. Whether you're a business professional, a student, or a family member, being able to effectively communicate your needs and wants and navigate conflicts with others is key to building strong and healthy relationships. One key aspect of improving communication skills is learning to actively listen. This means not just hearing the words that someone is saying, but truly understanding and internalizing their message. It also means being able to communicate your own thoughts and feelings in a clear and direct manner. Another important aspect of effective communication is being able to read and understand nonverbal cues, such as body language and tone of voice. This can help you understand what someone might be really saying, even if their words aren't clear. When it comes to conflict resolution, the key is to approach the situation with a problem-solving mindset rather than a win-lose attitude. This means looking for common ground and finding a solution that works for everyone involved. It's also important to stay calm and composed, even in the heat of the moment, and to avoid personal attacks or blame. One helpful technique for conflict resolution is to use I statements, which allow you to express your own thoughts and feelings without placing blame on the other person. For example, instead of saying "you always do this," try saying "I feel frustrated when." Another effective strategy is to use active listening and empathy to truly understand the other person's perspective. By putting yourself in their shoes, you can gain insight into their needs and concerns and find a way to address them in a mutually beneficial way. Just like a carpenter needs tools to build a house, communication and conflict resolution skills are tools that we all need to build strong, healthy relationships. With practice and dedication, anyone can improve these essential skills and enjoy more satisfying and fulfilling interactions with others. The fifth step to becoming a better person is practicing self-care and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Self-care and maintaining a healthy lifestyle are essential for both our physical and mental well-being. But let's face it, it can be hard to make time for ourselves amidst the busyness of everyday life. It's easy to push self-care to the bottom of our to-do list, but it's important to remember that we can't pour from an empty cup. Think about it like this: you're flying on an airplane and the oxygen mask drops. What's the first thing the flight attendant tells you to do? Put your own mask on first before helping others. The same principle applies to self-care. We need to take care of ourselves before we can take care of others. But where do you start? The key is to find activities that nourish you and make you feel good. It could be something as simple as taking a relaxing bath, going for a walk, or reading a book. It could also be something more involved, like practicing yoga or meditation. The important thing is that it's something that you enjoy and that makes you feel good. Another important aspect of self-care is maintaining a healthy lifestyle. This means eating a balanced diet, getting regular exercise, and getting enough sleep. It's easy to fall into the trap of relying on quick fixes like caffeine and sugar to get us through the day. But these things can actually harm our health in the long run. Instead, try to make small, sustainable changes to your diet and exercise routine. It's all about finding a balance that works for you. In the end, self-care and maintaining a healthy lifestyle are not just about looking good or feeling good, but about having the energy and resilience to be there for ourselves and for those we care about. So, take a deep breath and make yourself a priority. Your mind, body, and soul will thank you. The sixth step to becoming a better person is cultivating gratitude and a positive attitude. Cultivating gratitude and a positive attitude are essential steps on the path to becoming a better person. Imagine a garden that is overgrown with weeds. The negative thoughts and emotions that cloud our minds can be like those weeds, choking out the beauty and positivity that lies within us. Just as a gardener must tend to their garden, we must tend to our minds and hearts. One way to cultivate gratitude is to make a daily gratitude list. Each day, take a few minutes to reflect on the things in your life that you are grateful for. It can be something as small as a warm cup of coffee or as big as a loving family. Focusing on the good in our lives helps to shift our perspective from one of lack to one of abundance. Another way to cultivate a positive attitude is to practice positive affirmations. These are simple phrases or mantras that we repeat to ourselves, such as "I am worthy," "I am capable," or "I am strong." These phrases help to reprogram our minds and replace negative thoughts with positive ones. But cultivating gratitude and a positive attitude is not just about saying the right words or making a list. It's also about taking action and making a conscious effort to see the good in difficult situations. Instead of dwelling on the negative, look for the silver lining, the lesson to be learned, or the opportunity for growth. Just like a gardener, we have to be consistent and persistent in our efforts to cultivate gratitude and a positive attitude. It's not something that happens overnight, but with time, patience, and practice, we can transform our inner garden into a beautiful and bountiful haven. And as we tend to our inner selves, we'll find that becoming a better person is not only possible, but inevitable. The seventh step to becoming a better person is acting with integrity and being true to one's word. Acting with integrity and being true to one's word is the foundation of becoming a better person. It's like the cornerstone of a building. Without it, the structure will crumble. Imagine a world where everyone kept their promises and always did the right thing. It would be a utopia where trust and respect are the norm. But we don't live in that world, do we? We live in a world where people often put their own interests above others and break their promises. So, how can we become better people? By committing to always acting with integrity and being true to our word. It sounds simple, but it's not always easy. It requires self-awareness, courage, and a strong sense of morality. First, we must be aware of our own actions and their impact on others. This means taking responsibility for our actions and being accountable for our mistakes. Next, we must have the courage to do the right thing, even when it's hard. This means standing up for what we believe in and speaking the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. Finally, we must have a strong sense of morality that guides our actions. This means knowing what is right and wrong and making decisions based on that knowledge. Acting with integrity and being true to our word is not always easy, but it is the only way to become a better person. It's like planting a seed. It takes effort and dedication to nurture it, but once it grows, it will bear fruit for a lifetime. The 8th step to becoming a better person is giving back to the community through volunteer work or charitable action. When it comes to becoming a better person, one of the most impactful things you can do is to give back to your community through volunteer work or charitable actions. Not only do these actions help those in need, but they also have a profound effect on the person performing them. Think of volunteer work as a type of personal growth gym. Just as working out at the gym strengthens your muscles and improves your physical health, volunteering regularly improves your emotional and mental well-being. It allows you to see the world from a different perspective, to step outside of your own needs and wants and focus on those of others. It teaches you empathy, compassion, and the power of kindness. But where to start? It's simple. Just look at your own passions and interests. What causes do you care about the most? Are you passionate about helping the environment? Consider volunteering at a local conservation organization. Do you have a heart for the homeless? Look into volunteering at a shelter. The key is to find an organization and cause that aligns with your values, and it will be much more fulfilling for you. It's also important to remember that giving back doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It can be something as small as helping a neighbor with their groceries, or simply smiling and saying hello to someone who looks like they could use a friendly interaction. Every little bit counts, and it all adds up to create a better world for everyone. Giving back to your community through volunteer work or charitable actions is not only beneficial for those you are helping, but it is also a powerful tool for personal growth and becoming a better person. So, don't wait. Start exploring opportunities today and see how you can make a difference in your community and in yourself. The 9th step to becoming a better person is learning from mistakes and taking responsibility for actions. Imagine you're a chef, and you're whipping up a fancy new dish. You've followed the recipe to a T, but as you take that first bite, you realize something is off. The flavors don't quite mesh, and the texture is all wrong. What do you do next? Do you blame the recipe, or do you take a step back and analyze what went wrong? The same principle applies to life. We all make mistakes, but it's how we learn from them that shapes us into the person we are today. Instead of placing blame on others or external circumstances, true growth comes from taking responsibility for our actions and using that mistake as a learning opportunity. But taking responsibility for our actions can be tough. It means admitting when we're wrong, and it means facing the consequences of our mistakes head on. It's like jumping into a cold pool on a hot summer day. It's uncomfortable at first, but once you're in, you feel refreshed and energized. By taking responsibility for our actions, we're not only becoming better people, but we're also building trust and respect with those around us. It's the foundation of any healthy relationship, whether it be with a friend, a partner, or even a colleague. So next time you find yourself making a mistake, don't shy away from it. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it as a stepping stone to becoming the best version of yourself. After all, it's not the mistakes we make that define us, it's how we choose to handle them. The 10th step to becoming a better person is continuously learning and growing through personal development and self-reflection. Imagine yourself as a tree rooted firmly in the earth, but with the ability to grow taller and stronger with each passing day. This is the essence of personal development and self-reflection. By continuously learning and growing, we can become the best version of ourselves, both as individuals and as members of society. But how do we do this? The first step is to set goals for ourselves. What do we want to achieve? What kind of person do we want to be? Once we have a clear idea of our destination, we can start charting our course. Next, we must be willing to take risks and step outside of our comfort zones. This is where the real growth takes place. It's easy to stay in our familiar routine, but it's only by pushing ourselves that we can truly reach our potential. But growth is not just about achieving our goals. It's also about understanding ourselves on a deeper level. This is where self-reflection comes in. By taking the time to reflect on our thoughts, feelings, and actions, we can gain insight into our strengths and weaknesses. This understanding will help us to make better decisions and improve ourselves. Finally, we must commit to lifelong learning. The world is constantly changing, and if we want to grow, we must be willing to learn new things and adapt to new situations. Whether it's taking a class, reading a book, or simply talking to someone with a different perspective, there is always something new to learn. So, if you want to become a better person, remember that it's not a destination, it's a journey. Continuously learn and grow through personal development and self-reflection, and you will be amazed at how much you can achieve. Are you ready to start your journey? On your journey to becoming a better person, be sure to watch out for pitfalls that can derail your progress. Some potential pitfalls of trying to become a better person are: 1. Setting unrealistic expectations for oneself. It's important to remember that personal growth and self-improvement are ongoing processes, and it's unrealistic to expect to become a completely different person overnight. 2. Comparing oneself to others. Comparing oneself to others can lead to feelings of inadequacy and can make it difficult to focus on one's own progress. 3. Focusing too much on perfection. Striving for perfection can lead to feelings of failure and disappointment when one inevitably makes mistakes. 4. Forgetting to celebrate progress. It's important to acknowledge and celebrate small wins and progress along the way. 5. Not being open to feedback. Being open to feedback and constructive criticism can help you identify areas where you can improve, but being too defensive or unwilling to listen to others can impede your progress. It's important to keep in mind that self-improvement is a journey and to be patient with yourself and not to be too hard on yourself when facing these pitfalls. In conclusion, becoming a better person is a journey that requires a combination of self-awareness, personal values, empathy, communication, self-care, gratitude, integrity, community service, and continuous learning. It's important to remember that we all make mistakes, and it's through those mistakes that we have the opportunity to learn and grow. Each step we take towards becoming a better person not only benefits ourselves, but also those around us. It's important to set personal goals, create a plan, and take action to achieve them. Always be true to yourself and remember that becoming a better person is a lifelong journey that is worth the effort. So start today. Strive to be your best self and inspire others to do the same.